All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, worshippers of all ages. Welcome back to the winners bracket final here. North American bracket of King of the Sea 17. Let's have a look at the KSM lineup as we spawn here into Hotspot. We are running a triple destroyer lineup. I've got Acarona here in a traditional gearing, actually running RPF, not totally shocking. So no torpedo reload, RPF instead. Paranoid Era's Ragnar, a little bit of gun range to go there. And Ganser's Marceau, also running gun range. We saw Ganser have a pretty good game in Marceau last time, but almost, I'd say, countered a little bit by some of the positioning we saw out of the opposing team. Starting on the left, we'll have a look at Moko's Marseille. Looks like the same build we saw earlier. WH Knights Marseille, same build as last game. Malikin's Brisbane, again, looking very similar. And Jinsey now trading Moskva for a Salem, using Outnumbered instead of Top Grade Gunner. Battleship changes. John the Impaler eschewing the Kremlin, now swapping to a Ruggiero de Loria. And then Red PR sticking around in his Conqueror there on as we spawn in. Zath, what do we got cooking on the bottom end of the map?
On the bottom of the map, we have a Shimakaze, that's Mad Dog, running with full torpedo spec, including unique upgrade. And that is one of the Suzukis with the buffed survivability expert, and he is rocking 12-kilometer torps. Behind him is Freiss in the Harugumo. That is a mostly smoke build Harugumo, also a Suzuki for the buffed survivability expert. He is fronting Hungary F-15's Brisbane with your... No, that's more of a gun build Brisbane.
Yeah, it kind of is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Behind them all is K-Bomb, who's also working his way in a Montana with some American special captain with buffed gunfeeder and turret reverse. Grease the Gears, it's called. And then we've got Peyton the Rockhider in Kremlin. So we saw him do the same thing last game. Eldar the Smokehider in unique upgrade Moskva. We got Vifire and Big Six, apologies, in almost, pretty completely identical Marseille builds. Yep. And then finally we have Eagle Lance, who's already capping the decap out on the 910 line. With Albanu, special upgrade for survivability expert.
Now, right away, we're seeing a very different philosophy and approach to this map from each team, right? The Conqueror, the poor Conqueror, that's red, is going to end up being like the only ship on this half of the map for KSM. So we saw, who was it we watched yesterday do this on Trap, right? They ran a tremendous amount of speedy boats all the way to the BA cap because that's where all the points were, and giving that a go.
Yep, Mad Dog under Brizzy radar.
Yep, they used Brisbane radar to push him out of that cap, make sure that they don't give it up too quickly. They now also know that Paranoid is lurking in the area. That'll give them some ability to defend it as well after the Brisbane radar has expired.
So that leaves one cap ticking right now, and that's for RESIN. They're the only ones getting points. That will change shortly, as I'm sure KSM is fixing to go into C. Actually, it looks like almost from two different angles. Ragnar's position, he was recently spotted, and also the gearing. I kind of like that idea. Go in on both sides.
Well, and I like that the Ragnar's coming back at the minimum. He's going to be there to help defend the cap from Mad Dog, right? I mean, they know he's down there.
Yeah, but he's going broadside to torpedoes. He'll be okay. So there's the cap. We know Paranoid can't radar everything just yet, so he's probably just going to keep backing up until his radar covers all of C, and then the magic I win button will be pressed.
Nope, he's turned his engines on. Now, the one that I can't quite figure out, Zath, is that red over here on the edge of the map is bow in. Okay, now he's turning out. I was like, why are you not... Like, he's turning out now, but it feels a little late. He's going to get really punished from the Marseille AP, both of them ticking their reload booster. Probably going to land some Citadels. Oh, yeah. Yep. Good big hits there on Bread. Another more Citadels. That Conqueror heal, not going to be as effective. It feels like he should have... I mean, he's the only ship over here. He should have already been set up to kite, and he wasn't.
I don't understand that decision. Sometimes that's an indicator of You listening to the caller, being told to go here, and waiting until you're told to do something else instead of doing it yourself. Or it could be he asked for permission to do it and never heard back.
Yeah.
So that cost him a lot of hit points.
Cost him a ton of hit points. He's 60 seconds from his next heal, and I doubt very seriously he's going to make it.
Well, the problem is at this point, both Marseilles are just going to W, right? The Mosfa is going to W. They know the kill is right in front of them.
Yeah, like the fire, the shells, like they don't have to do very much to secure this kill at this stage. Yeah, he's dead. It's only a matter of seconds now.
Mm-hmm.
So KSM going to lose one of their battleships. Ooh, and Acarona got absolutely hammered in mid. I don't know what happened over here. Yikes.
Probably spotted by Mad Dog's Shimakaze.
Could be.
And K-Bomb's Montana probably supporting. Yeah, he's turning his turrets now to look over at the A side.
So we're seeing now the Marseille. Oh, WH. I don't like this play. I don't like it. Like, if you're going to come over here, you spent 5 minutes getting to this side of the map to push. You got to keep pushing. You cannot take your can't take your feet off the pedal.
Especially with Ganser being focused right now.
Yeah.
Like, you got to get yourself spotted. You got to get yourself shot at the very least. And more importantly, you have to take advantage of the fact that he and everybody else is distracted looking elsewhere.
Ganser's going to go out. Ganser's going to be dead here. He's on fire. There's Brisbane shells. There's no reason. There's no way Frice is going to quit shooting at him until he's dead. Not with that health advantage. At least
make Frice pay for it.
Yeah. Ganser on 500 HP. Only a couple of shells will do it. 12 hit points still lit. Here come the battleship shells. They all miss somehow.
Nope.
Splish Splash. Is Ganser going to get away on 12 HP, Zath? He is.
Well, maybe. Some shells still in the air.
Still shells in the air. They're guessing. They have to get a little lucky to land one of these. They do.
Oh, they get it.
Wow.
The very last shell.
But it's a 700-point lead for RESIN Zath. They're just manhandling KSM right now.
Yep. Oh, speaking of which.
Yep. You see my point? You see my point? I think for my money, Zath, as I watch this game, I feel like it feels to me like the flaw is not necessarily in KSM's execution. It's in their strategy. You know, we've talked about taking the speedy Marseilles, right? And doing fun things with them, and they're fun boats. But my frustration isn't the word. My concern with how they're deployed in this game comes down to, on this map, on the new hotspot spawn, you spawn intentionally way up here in like the northeast or the southeast side of the map. And then they tried to run all the way to A before being impactful. It took them 5 minutes to get over here before they could really impact the game. Well, by then, your Conqueror is dead. You have no one holding the back door closed. The other Marseilles started on the southeast corner and went straight to D, right? They were already relevant in the game within a couple of minutes. And so the whole thing just fell apart very, very, very quickly.
Well, yeah, and to be fair, I don't think KSM was expecting their Conqueror to just die so early.
I agree.
I mean, you know, so that happened too, which is unfortunate for them.
Yep. And sometimes, and good Lord knows I'm not immune to this either. Sometimes you just have crap games, and it happens. We've seen it happen to teams before, even at this level of play. And
absolutely, pretty
much what happened here to KSM. They're not even going to pick up a ship kill in this game, I don't think. They might, but I doubt it. Game's going to be over in seconds, and they're going to go back to the locker room and have to try to scrub this out of their brains and get ready for Game 3.
This is a best of 5, so they have one last chance to win.
Yep.
If they don't, they will be knocked down to the losers bracket final, and they'll have another chance to get back into it.
Yep. Now, this is one place that I will say I don't like the 5-minute turn. I feel like at this stage of the event, a 10-minute turn is fine. And it's exactly for this kind of reason, this kind of game.
Yep. Or like I was saying before, like, you know, teams can call, hey, we need some extra time to figure stuff out, whatever.
Yes. Like this would be a perfect opportunity for you to take advantage of your timeout suggestion yesterday. You would go into the training room, you would tell the ref, we're going to exercise our extra 5-minute, you know, whatever you want to call it, timeout for this break. And so this break, you say it's not 5 minutes, we have 10 minutes between games, right? And everybody knows
Yep.
right as you get in the training room, you have an extra long break.